Professor Belfrost's science class is back.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. We'll have chemistry lesson. Okay, and this is the final lesson on a chapter of composition of substances and solution. So this is the review. Okay, so let's discuss some problems related to this uh, chapter. Number one, so you're asked to calculate the molecular or formula mass of each of the following substance or compound. The first one acetic acid, and the second one is sucrose. Okay, so it's very easy. First one, you need to take out your printout, your periodic table printout, and you need to find, you need to identify the molar mass of each of the element: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, the ones they use to calculate the compound formula mass. Okay, after you find that, just need to multiply it with how many of that elements. Okay, for example, for the first one, there are two carbon atoms, there are four hydrogen atoms, and there are two oxygen atoms. And so this is 2 times the molar mass of carbon plus 4 times the molar mass of hydrogen plus 2 times the molar mass of an oxygen atom. And we get the formula mass of each compound. It's very easy, number one. Number two, determine the molecular mass of the following compounds. Okay, so A is the left picture, B is the right picture. Okay, so the total mass is also calculated in the same way. Okay, it's very easy as before, but this time you're not given the formula, the the compounds formula. You need to identify it yourself by seeing the structure. Okay, from the first picture you can see that clearly two silicon atoms, four chlorine atoms, and two hydrogen atoms. Okay, and for a second figure, there are four oxygen atoms, one phosphorus atom, and three hydrogen atoms. So that's done. After identifying, just multiply the number of the atoms with its molecular mass, then sum them, and you get the result. Easy. Number three, calculate the molar mass of each of the following. So this is the same as before. Okay, just we have more different elements or atoms involved this time, but the way to do it to solve is just the same. Okay, I'll leave it for you to evaluate it by yourself. Okay, number four, determine the mass of each of the following. So molar mass and mass are different. Okay, let's say molar mass, we are not considering about the mole, but if we are talking about mass, we are considering about the mole. Mass is the is mole times the molar mass. Okay, so yeah, first you need to find the molar mass of the compound, then multiply it it with with its mole amount. Okay, just need to do it very simple. Okay, first find the molar mass and then multiply it by the mole. Okay, it's easy. So this here's A, here's B, and here's C. Now number 5, determine the number of atoms and the mass of zirconium, silicon, and oxygen found in 0.3384 mole of zircon, a semi-precious stone. Okay, actually I do it the reverse way, and actually need to find the molar mass is actually the compound molar mass actually not needed, not really needed. Okay, but yeah, the information that you need is the molar mass of each of the element. zirconium, silicon, and oxygen. Here I find the mass first and then I find the number of atoms. Actually can just directly proceed number of atoms first and after that finding the mass. You can find your own way to solve this problem. But here are how I do it. So mass is just molar mass times the mole. How I can know the mole? Isn't that mole is just 0.3384? Yeah, in case if that element only has one atom that build the compound, but if it's like oxygen which have four atoms, they need to multiply it by 4. Okay, the mass of 4 of the oxygen atoms, so you need to be very careful. Okay, but the uh, atom number, it remain the same. Okay, the same way, which is uh, mole divided by the molar mass times the Avogadro's number. Number 6. A certain nut crunch cereal contains 11 grams of sugar, which is sucrose, per serving size of 60 grams. So how many servings of this cereal must be eaten to consume 0.0278 moles of sugar? So first we need to find how many moles of sugar in each of the 60 grams of the serving. How to find? It's very easy, right? Find the mole, which is just the mass divided by the molar mass. Okay, and then we just need to divide the prerequisite number of amount of mole sugar by the result that we have gotten before to know how many servings they needed. Okay, we find out that we need about 0.865 servings, or it's about one serving, to obtain 0.0278 moles of sugar. Number 7, determine the present ammonia in, that's the formula, the chemical formula, which is cobalt, and there's 6 times of the ammonia and 3 chlorine atom. Okay, so 3 significant figures. So yeah, but to find the percent composition of the ammonia, which is NH3. Okay, so it's very easy. You need to first identify how many uh, N and H that builds the chemical formula. Okay, we find there are 6 nitrogen and 18 hydrogen. Okay, and divided by the total molar mass times 100%. That's the result that we obtain. Number 8, determine the empirical formulas for compound with the following percent composition, which is 15.8% of carbon and 84.2% of sulfur. It's very easy that we can take a sample mass to be 100 gram to simplify our calculation. Therefore, we find that the mole of carbon is about 1.316 mole, and mole of sulfur is about 2.626 mole, and this ratio is nearly 1 by 2. So the empirical formula must be CS2. Okay. Number 9, determine the molarity for each of the following solutions. So I'm actually that's ABC, okay, not DF. I just forget to change it. I'm sorry. Okay, because they are actually I take this from a long list of problem bank. Okay, so yeah, question bank. So yeah, this is ABC. I mean here. So it's very easy. Just molarity is just mole by liter. Okay, mole by volume. So mole is mass by molar mass. Okay, so we need to first find the molar mass and then find the mole and then divide it by the volume to get the molarity. And here's how I do it. And I just need to substitute the value and we get A, B, C respectively 1.75, 0.070, and 6.58 molar. Okay. Number 10. What is the molarity of the diluted solution when each of the following solution is diluted to the given final volume? Also, this is easy, right? Because we know that the mole, okay, mole, the initial and the final mole will be the same. So n1 equals n2. It's just m times v1 equals m times v2. And by utilizing that formula, you can get the result that you want. Okay, so the slide. Number 11. Consider this question. What mass of concentrated solution of nitric acid, which is 68% of nitric acid by mass, is needed to prepare 400 grams of a 10% solution of nitric acid by mass? So there are two questions that you need to answer. The first one is to outline the steps necessary to answer this question. And the second one is to answer the question by using the step that you have already outlined. So it's very easy. So the dilution equation can be used and appropriately modified to accommodate the mass-based concentration units. And this is the final formula that I will use, okay, which is a percent mass 1 times mass 1 equals percent mass 2 times mass 2. But do you know how I get this formula? Actually, this is rearranged very in a very specific way to get the formula that I show you, because we know that volume is actually masked by density, and density of the solvent remain the same. So molarities actually can be written as mole by volume, and also this is proportional to mass of solid by mass of solution, which is actually the percent mass. So that is how I derive this equation. Okay. And by using this equation, it's now very easy now to find out the mass, the initial mass, and it gives us with the mass. The initial mass is 58.8 grams. Number 12, the last one. Copper 1 iodide, okay, is often added to table salt as a dietary resource. Of iodine. So how many moles of the copper 1 iodide are contained in 1 pound, or it's about 454 grams of table salt containing 0.010% of the copper 1 iodide by mass? So actually it's very easy. Mole is mass by molar mass. I've outlined before. So yeah, that is just all about this the problem that it asks. Okay, easy, right? And here are the assignment for you. I want to solve it by yourself. Take a screenshot first and then check your solution. Check your answer to the solution provided here. There are, I think, 10, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 8, I'm sorry. Okay, so that's all for today. So here's a little quote for you. So Merida Lasua once said, I'm sorry if I mispronounce the name. I'm not a French, okay? Merida Lasua or whatever. Okay, so they never die who have the future in them. Okay, that's good for you. So here's your to-do list. So you subscribe, give a like, comment, share this video. You should really subscribe and give a like to each of our video. And I'll be back on, yeah, actually, by the time you watch this video, the schedule must have changed to just Tuesday. Okay, but yeah, don't worry though, my class will be less because yeah, actually I have many of another business, okay, to do with. But you can keep following my tutorials and also our website, which is https://sitexpress.unaux.com, and keep watching and be thoughtful. Goodbye.